3 seconds. That's how long it takes someone to judge you the moment your car pulls up next to theirs at a red light. Not when they meet you, not when you shake their hand. 3 seconds. One glance at your bumper, your paint job, whether there's a dent you never fixed, and their brain has already built a whole story about who you are. And here's the part that gets people quiet when I tell them, that snap judgment is right more often than a coin flip should allow it to be. Start with the SUV guy. Not the mom running carpool, the other one. The guy who drives a massive SUV solo every single day with nobody else in it. You've seen him. Empty back seats, empty trunk, just him behind the wheel of something that could seat 7. People assume he just likes feeling powerful. That's the lazy answer. What's actually happening is he's managing a threat that isn't there. Somewhere along the way, he decided the world is a little more dangerous than it actually is, and buying size is how he answers a fear he can't name out loud. He's not thinking, I want to dominate the road. He's thinking, I want to be the one who walks away, even though statistically, the smaller car next to him might actually be safer in half the ways that matter. The size isn't protection. It's a security blanket with a V8. Now flip it. Look at the guy in the beat-up pickup truck. The one that's 10, 12 years old, mismatched paint, a dent in the tailgate he's never bothered to fix. People think he can't afford better. Half the time, that's completely wrong. That truck is a decision, not a limitation. He's telling you without saying a word that money isn't going to a car. It's going somewhere else. Maybe savings, maybe kids. Maybe he genuinely does not care what strangers at a gas station think about him. That's actually rare. Most people are still performing for an audience of strangers they'll never see twice. He opted out of the whole game. And this is where it gets interesting, because the way someone treats a scratch on their car tells you more about their nervous system than a personality quiz ever could. Some people get a scratch and it eats at them for weeks. They can't stop looking at it. It's not really about the scratch. It's about control. Their car is one of the only things in their life they can actually manage completely. So any flaw feels like the whole system slipping. Other people get the same scratch and forget about it by the next morning. Same event, completely different internal wiring. One person is bothered by what the world can see. The other person only cares about what actually works. Sports car owners get made fun of constantly, and most of the jokes miss the real story. Everyone assumes it's about attracting attention, which, sure, sometimes, but the deeper pull is speed as an escape valve. A lot of these guys, and it usually is guys, have jobs or home lives where they don't get to feel in control of anything. Meetings get moved without asking them, decisions get made above their head. Then they get in that car, put their foot down for 4 seconds on an empty stretch of road, and for 4 seconds, they are completely, entirely in charge of their own outcome. That feeling is addictive in a way people don't like admitting. It's not about the car looking fast. It's about being the one person in their week who gets to decide what happens next. Here's the statistic that should stop you for a second. People spend more time customizing their car's interior, the part almost nobody else ever sees, than they spend picking out the artwork that hangs in their own living room, the part guests actually look at. Think about that. The dashboard, the seat covers, the little air freshener, the exact playlist loaded up, all of that gets more attention than the walls strangers walk past when they visit your house. That's not really about the car. That's about which spaces we consider truly ours. A living room gets decorated for other people. A car gets decorated for the version of yourself that shows up when nobody's watching. Minivan owners get treated like they gave something up, like the minivan is a surrender flag. But talk to someone who actually drives one and ask them how they feel behind the wheel. Not what they say to other adults, what they actually feel. A huge number of them will tell you it's the most relaxed they are all day. No status to maintain, no image to protect. The identity battle is already over, so there's nothing left to perform. It's one of the only vehicles left where the driver isn't thinking about what the car says about them, because they've already decided they don't care. And that decision, weirdly, is where the peace comes from. Electric car owners are a different animal entirely, and it's not really about the environment for most of them, even though that's the answer they give first. Ask a few more questions and you find the real driver, pun intended. They want to be early. They want to be the one who saw it coming before everyone else caught on. It's the same instinct that makes someone brag about finding a band before they got famous. The car isn't just transportation, it's proof they were paying attention to the future before it arrived. That's a very specific kind of pride, and it's got nothing to do with charging stations. Then there's the person whose car is an absolute disaster inside. Fast food bags on the floor, gym clothes in the back seat, receipts nobody's touched in months. People judge that instantly as laziness. But there's a different read that fits a lot of these people better. Their car is the one space in their life that has zero consequences attached to it. Work has deadlines. Home has other people's expectations. The car, though, nobody's grading that. So it becomes the pressure valve, the one corner of their existence that gets to stay unmanaged, because managing it costs energy they'd rather spend somewhere that actually matters to them. And then the opposite person, the one whose car looks like it just left the dealership lot 5 years later, still spotless, still smells like nothing, vacuumed every weekend without fail. Everyone assumes this is just tidiness. It's usually something sharper than that. This is someone who needs at least one part of their world to be fully under control, because a lot of the rest of it isn't. Maybe work is chaotic, maybe home is unpredictable. The car becomes the one variable they can lock down completely. And every time they wipe down that dashboard, it's less about cleaning and more about proving to themselves that something, at least one thing, still listens to them.
The color someone picks says something too, and it's not the thing people assume. Black and white dominate the road right now, more than any other colors combined, and the usual explanation is resale value, which is true but incomplete. The bigger reason is invisibility. A black or white car doesn't demand a reaction from anyone. Red does. Yellow does. Choosing the color that gets the least commentary is its own kind of statement, a quiet decision to not be discussed. And in a world where everyone's trying to stand out online,
plenty of people are using their actual car to disappear a little instead. Here's the one that gets people every time. The way someone reacts when they get cut off in traffic. Some people lay on the horn instantly, chase the car down a lane, let it ruin the next 20 minutes of their day. Other people barely register it happened. That difference has almost nothing to do with driving, and everything to do with how someone processes feeling disrespected in general. The road is one of the last places left where strangers interact directly with zero social filter. No manners required, no names attached. So what comes out behind the wheel is often the rawest, least edited version of how someone actually handles feeling wronged, stripped of all the politeness they'd use anywhere else. So next time you're at a red light, glance over one lane. The clean SUV, the beat-up truck, the electric car with the smug little charging sticker, the minivan with a stick-figure family on the back window, none of it's really about transportation. Every single one of those people made 100 small decisions, most of them without realizing it, that add up to a machine sitting there broadcasting exactly how they see themselves and exactly what they're still trying to prove. We spend our whole lives thinking we chose our car, when really our car was just quietly finishing a sentence we started years before we ever sat down in it. If this video gave you a little more insight into the people around you, or into yourself, you can buy me a coffee through the link in the description. It genuinely helps keep videos like this coming.